Hi, good evening, everyone. In the previous session, we have covered all the methods of the glide form where it is used in client side. And the next API, which is majorly used in ServiceNow client side, is GlideUser. As we know that glide form is used to make the environmental changes or the column behaviorals like adding an info message, removing an info message, and adding an decoration. When we come to the GlideUser is a API which allows the user to check the roles and the capabilities. Okay, let's see what is GlideUser in ServiceNow. Like GlideUser is a method, GlideUser is an API where which checks the user's roles and which will be executed on both client scripts and UI policies. Okay, let's see this API. This API is used to check the roles and show the properties or of the current logged in user. Okay, current logged in user. It extracts the data like the properties, nothing but the first name of the logged in user, like current logged in user, the last name, and everything. These can be applied both on client scripts and UI policies. The same thing applies for the glide form also. Both executes on like they will be allowed to use on both client scripts and UI policies. Let's see what are the methods available in the GlideUser, as these are applicable on the form side or the form level, like only on form level or browser level. Okay, then let's see what are the things available. Then go to the filter navigator, type client scripts. Under system definition, we have client scripts. I'm navigating here to check what are the methods available in the GlideUser, as we gone through with the same process for the glide form, and here we are for the GlideUser. Let's go directly to the script. Click on toggle button to expand the screen. And the syntax for this GlideUser is, as we know, the syntax for glide form is, I'll just write the glide form syntax like g underscore form dot method name. And when we come towards this GlideUser, we have g underscore user dot method name. Okay, the same thing applies for this also. Let's see how it will be. G underscore user dot, we have first name. Let's copy this. We have first name, we have last name, we have user ID, we have username, and g underscore user dot, we have has role exactly, and we have has role from this. These are the only methods available in the GlideUser. Okay, let's see each and every method how it applies. Sorry. The first name, the first name method reveals the first name of, like retrieve the first name of current logged in user. Like CLIU stands for current logged in user. Like I just mentioned, current logged in user. Okay. The same thing applies for the last name. It retrieves or returns the last name of the current logged in user. User ID, it returns the user ID of current logged in user. The username, like it reveals or retrieves the username of the current logged in user. First, let's see regarding these four methods first, and let's discuss with other methods later. Go to the filter navigator, type client scripts, and click on new button to create a new client script. As we know the current logged in user first name, last name and everything, if you want to go by script, we have the methods called GlideUser methods. Let's see how they work. Like demo, or like mention as GlideUser methods, GlideUser methods. You can check on any table, not only for the incident table. You can check on the passport application table also. Like we'll just go for our passport application table, and UI type is all, and type is onload. You can change, you can select any one depending upon the requirement. I'll just go for onload for easy resemblance, and here I just mention as G underscore user dot first name. That's it. Okay. Then we need to save this thing to display, like in the front side or in the client side, we need to display by using the alert keyword. I'll show you how to write it. Like var ebc equal to G underscore user dot first name. Okay. And alert bracket open double abc. Okay. It will print the first name of the current logged in user. First save this record, and in our passport application table it should populate the things like it is showing as the first name of the current logged in user, directly the name. And if you want to mention the second name, like I'll just go with toggle screen, var xyz equal to G underscore user dot last name alert xyz. Then it shows in the first part like the first name with the ABC and second name with the second alert message. Let's see. Refresh once. As I mentioned, as onload here. The first name is Sharath. If you click on OK, it will display the second name or the last name. Then we have something called other method called var qwe equal to G underscore user dot last name user ID alert bracket open qwe var asdf equal to G underscore user dot username. These are the methods available for the basic usage. ASDF. Okay, let's see. First name, last name, user ID and username. Save this record and refresh once to apply the changes here. You can see the first name is populating here as alert message. If you click on OK, then the last name will populate. And then we have the user ID. User ID is nothing but the unique ID of the record. Like we have the sys ID here, which is 32 characters. Okay. And click on OK. Then it shows the username. What is my username? The username is admin. Okay. You can check all these things like here directly. Go for this profile icon or the user icon here. Click on profile, and it shows each and everything regarding this part. Like what is the username and what is the first name, what is last name, and what is title, and everything will be displayed here regarding the current logged in user. Like if I select as, let's go with other user. Like if I go for impersonate user, if I go for Abel tutor, click on impersonate user. Like he should have the access towards this form, like the passport application form. Like we don't have access for this form, and I'll end the impersonation, or I can assign this user as admin for the access of all the tables. Let's see how it will be. Go for filter navigator, user administration, users, just go for Abel. System admin, like the admin is the role who can access all the modules and applications in ServiceNow platform. And then I'm going for the roles here, click on edit. I just add the admin role here for the purpose to show what is the first name and last name of the current logged in user. As we have the basic current logged in user as me, let's see once again. Go for this part, impersonate user, Abel tutor, impersonate user, like go for history or filter navigator, tables. Under system definition we have tables, and go for our passport application table by searching with the label passport. Click on show form. Then it will show the names of, like, who is the current logged in user here. He is right now Abel tutor. The first name is Abel, second name is, the last name is tutor, and his sys like the user sys and then what is the username of this user. Okay, you can check directly in the user's account directly. If I go for this part, user administration, users, if you go for Abel to, it is a user ID, like it is a username. Let's go for this part, open this. I need to have the idea what is the backend name of these columns present in the user table. You can see user ID is a backend name of username, like the user ID backend name is username, first name backend name is first name. You can check like the sys ID here directly. Okay, copy sys ID, and these are the details which are populated there. Clear? Any doubt regarding these four methods?
No, Sharad.
Then we'll come towards the next methods in GlideUser. Like those are called as has role exactly, and we have has role from list, and we have only has roles. Sorry for that. Like end impersonation, as we have done with our work. Like we have gone back to our normal user account, like the system administrator. Go for filter navigator, go for client scripts. As I said that multiple times, ServiceNow is a self-learning tool where we can learn ServiceNow by seeing the help text or anything. Okay, you can see all these things are available in scripting itself. Let's see. If I type as g underscore user dot first name, then it returns the first name of the user. The name itself stored for the first name. Then we have other methods called g underscore user has role. The first one called has role. If I open the bracket, it will show like returns true if the current user has a selected role or the admin role. Okay, it is a definition of this method called has role. These are different and these are different. Those are only for retrieving the details of the current logged in user, and these are the major part which comes under the g underscore user or glide user. Returns true if the current user, like the current logged in user, has a selected role or admin role. Selected role is nothing but the specified role, what we specify in the braces, or it will check with the admin role. It checks the both roles here. Keep this point in your mind. It checks for the both, like along with admin and specified one. And we have the has role exactly. Like if you see like has role exactly, if I open the bracket, it shows returns only, like returns true only when if the current user has this specified role or not. Okay, I'll go with one by one example. And we have g underscore user has role from list, returns true if the current user has at least one of the specified roles in the comma separated list or admin role. It checks for the both roles. The same thing will happen for the first and third. Okay, it also checks for both roles. Okay, and these are one combination, like these are one set of things in the glide user. I can go directly here. Has role from list are both common one. Okay, because they checks for both selected role along with admin role, here specified role along with admin role. Okay, if anyone will be there for the user, it returns true. Okay, and we have has role exactly, it returns only true if the current user has the specified role in the braces. And we know this part like returns true if the current logged in user has any role. We don't use it majorly because it returns true if the current user has any role. It may be admin, it may be ITL, it may be end user, or it may be anything, or senior manager or manager. Okay, let's check with this, like with has role, whether it consists of or not. I'll refer this point for you. First, we'll check with has role, where abc equal to g underscore user dot has role bracket open. I just mentioned a role called manager. Okay, it's a role. Has role allows to enter the role name here. Okay, and then where like alert user has the manager or admin role. Okay, let's see, the current logged in user has the admin role or the manager role, because has role checks for both selected role along with admin role. Okay, save this record. And we have quantified this client script on the table called passport application table. Let's open the passport application table here, like the form. It is showing as user has the manager role or admin role is true here. Why? Any idea about that?
Admin role passed. Satisfied admin role.
Because we mentioned or condition, like it works as or condition. It has admin role, that's why it is showing as true here. Okay, then we'll check for another user, like you want to impersonate with other user. Let's say this part, click on this user menu, click on impersonate user and go for Kiran. Let's see he is having the role or not, but he should have the access towards this table. Refresh. I think he doesn't have the access. Let's go for the abel tutor, which consists of the role called admin there. Let's check for the abel first. History. Right now, user Abel tutor consists of two roles. The first one is manager, I think, and second one is admin. Let's check for that. He has senior manager. Okay, senior manager and admin. Let's check with him also. Impersonate user, Abel tutor. Filter navigator, tables. Because history is different from one user to another user. Okay. Right now we are with the profile of Abel tutor. Then he is also having the admin role. Then it is showing as true because he doesn't have any manager role, but it is also returning true because he is having the admin role. Got it? Clear?
Yes, clear.
Then we'll come towards uh, the second method called has role from list. As we know, the returns true if the current user has at least one role specified roles in the comma separated list or the admin role. We'll check for the same thing part. Let's end impersonation and open the client scripts here. Because history is different from different users for separate users, go for users, client scripts, and in that I just mention as the next method is has role from list. Okay, in the bracket I need to mention number of roles here, like I just mentioned ABC, senior manager, or ITIL. Okay, that's it. Then it will return true if the user has the current logged in user has any one of this role or the admin role. Then it also checks for both. Has role also checks for both admin role and specified role. And has role from list also checks for the specified role along with the admin role. If anyone satisfies, it returns true. If not, it returns false. Okay. Then obviously the current logged user is admin. Then he consists of the thing. Let's see. Say this record. Open the passport application table. I'll just modify this part for your convenience. Like I'll just go for incident record. Save. Because incident is an table where we ITL users can access this part. Let's go for this part. Click on filter navigator incident dot do. It is also showing to like user has the manager role or admin role. Like I'll just modify this part. Okay, just save this part. Incident is a table where ITL users can access this table. For example, if I refresh this page, it is showing as the user has ABC senior manager ITL or the admin role. It is true. Okay. Then I'll navigate to the user who have only the ITL role, like user administration. Like I'll open this user. Like I think Shivaji doesn't consist of any role till now. Like go for roles and just access for only ITL because ITL for only creating tickets and tracking them. ITL admin or ITL. Save. Let's see Shivaji will have the access towards incident table or not. Update. Click on profile like the user icon. Go for impersonate user. Type the name what you want to impersonate. Click on impersonate user. Then this whole platform converts towards his point of view. Okay. Filter navigator incident, sorry, incident dot to. Why it is showing as false here?
Because it does not have any rules.
Admin role.
Yeah, I just mentioned here as like in the capital letters called ITIL. Okay, if I mention as ITIL in the small letters in the text like this user method, then it will be qualified. Okay, then I'll just modify here as ITIL, but it's not allowed to save because I'm in different perspective. Okay, unable to execute UI action because the user doesn't like end impersonation here and check again in the client scripts. Go for end impersonation and open the client scripts here as we are back with the system administrator. Go for history, go for client scripts, and where we can modify those things like I just mentioned in the ITL in the capital letters, like in the uppercase, you can just mention as a small. Then without admin role also, it will show as true because ITL is mentioned here. Because ability, like Shivaji consists of the ITL role. Save this record and just impersonate with Shivaji, impersonate user, and open the incident records. Then it is showing false here because it doesn't consist of any role called admin, and I need to mention as ITL admin here. Like ITL backend name is different.
We after ITL we have a space.
Yeah. Then it doesn't allow us to save here also. I need to end impersonation for the process. Okay. Any doubts regarding these two things like has role and has role from list? Then we'll go for has role exactly. We majorly use this has role exactly for major purposes like uh, checking the exact person he consists of this role or not, because this has the specification like it checks for only the specified role, not with admin role. Okay, let's see. Glide user methods, just ignore all these things. Has role exactly, bracket open, double quotation starts. If I mention anything like random thing like xyz, I know here I just mention xyz here, and I'm checking with the admin user like alert, bracket open, user has this role or not, like ABC. Okay, save this record. The current login user has this role called XYZ.
No.
No. Then we'll check for this part with the incident record. Go for this part, history, incident record. It is showing as false for admin also. Why?
Because we are specifying the role, right?
A
So
random
exactly.
random name of any role. Okay, if we just mention as admin here, let's see. Admin, save, and then go for refreshing this incident page also. Then it will show true because he consists of the admin role. Okay, clear.
Clear.
And we have the has rules like it returns true if the current logged in user has any role, like if he consists of ITL role, if he consists of manager role, if he consists of any single role, it returns only true. Okay, let's check. Go to the filter navigator like in the glide user methods, has roles, bracket open. You can mention any role here. Okay, it returns true directly. Alert, bracket open, ABC. Okay, I haven't mentioned any role here because just write here as admin. If it consists of admin, if it consists of anything, like if I just mention empty here, like it returns true. Let's see how it works. Say we don't use this in the real time, like major part. 99% we don't use. Let's go for incident records. Just refresh once. Like it will return true because I have mentioned any role here till now. I just mentioned empty and I just use g underscore user has roles and I just printed by using alert keyword with ABC and it is showing true here. Let's write the other thing for the peculiar part. GlideUser has role method. Okay, let's see save. Has roles we have, not has role. Save. Without mentioning any name also it returns true because each and every user has any single role. Like right now the current logged user has admin role. It consists of other roles also. Then it returns true. Okay. Any doubt regarding these four methods?